When you think about God, what kind of pictures come to mind? An old man with a white beard? A king sitting on a throne? Someone distant and far away? The Bible uses many different images to talk about God. One of the most common is that of God as a father. Hosea 11:1-4 is a particularly evocative image of God as a parent, teaching a wobbly toddler to walk, and then catching them in his arms and holding them next to his cheek. It's a beautiful image, full of tenderness and love. Unlike other ancient religions from this part of the world, God is not always described as a distant, all-powerful God. He is also portrayed as a loving, caring God who cherishes and nurtures his people. When we get into the New Testament, this image of God as our loving Father has developed even further. In the Old Testament, God is described as like a father, not just a distant, powerful king. But in the New Testament, Jesus encourages us not just to think of God as like a father, but to address him as Father, as in the Lord's Prayer, Our Father. Jesus intends us to relate to God just like he does to a loving Father who cares for us so much. He is ready at any moment to sweep us into his arms and to hold us against his cheek. This changes our relationship with God almost entirely. It reminds us that God is not a distant tyrant figure, ready to swoop down and punish us whenever we put a foot wrong, but a loving, tender Father who aches with love for us as we try to walk with wobbly, hesitant footsteps. The problem, of course, is that the word Father is not a positive one for everyone. We use human imagery of God to help us to understand a bit more about who he is and how we relate to him. But frankly, sometimes this human imagery gets in the way. If we struggle with our human families, then the thought of a divine family will hardly inspire us. What is important is that you allow yourself to recognize that you are loved with a love that transcends any human experience you might ever have had. What is important is the love, not the words we use to describe it.